It's like, okay, I'll make a video. All right, I'm sitting here and I got to turn the music off now. I'd love to just keep it playing because it's George Harrison's birthday. And George Harrison has always been my favorite Beatle. I just picked up on him right away. I just could feel him. I'm serious. As a little kid, I could feel his wise, real presence whenever I saw them. All things must pass. I don't know how old George would have been today, but apparently this is his birthday. You know, I picked up on that through social media. Yeah, I'm like the rest of you. I do spend a fair amount of time interacting with social media throughout the day. It's part of what we do. I'm okay with it. Some people are conflicted. I see people all the time talking about, I'm taking a big break from Facebook, I'm getting off, I'm stopping. I ain't stopping. What's your fucking problem, you know? I know what their problem is. It's the plaque buildup from all the bullshit from other people. People do. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna rant. There is a high level of idiocy, mediocrity, stupidity, ignorance, and juvenile thinking. There's a high level of it that is accepted as the norm. And I'm glad that I'm not there, you know. So much of what people say in social media, it's just a reflection of a great need for a reintroduction of real education, you know, and also it's an example of the fact that we've lost the point, we've lost the plot. Our people who are in positions of power are so obviously in it for the naked money grab, so obvious now that it's like you can't even fake that, you know, oh, it's for the better of the country, we care about the kids, and it's for the future, all those lies that we grew up with. It's going to get better, it's going to get better. When? Well, for who? So, happy birthday, George Harrison. Happy birthday, George Harrison. You know, and I'm just going to stay involved in social media and put out my message. You know, my message is stronger than the negative bullshit. I do know all kinds of people. I love George Harrison. And I'm accepting of people to a point. There are a lot of people who I accept and love who I wouldn't have in my house, who I wouldn't spend more than 2 or 3 minutes with just because they're the nature of their personality, or they're so lost, or they're so full of shit and can't see it. I can appreciate that people who can be honest, you know, about themselves and with others. You know, not everyone is the same. But I appreciate when somebody's not always trying to be fake or phony or always putting up a fucking front or always trying to act like they're right. Anyone that does that, like the president and most of these politicians, when they do that, it's obvious to a person who can see, well, you're showing your ass, you're obviously not what you're saying you are. And yet, as I keep saying, the general level of ignorance in our country and the world, it seems, is so high that these people can get away with it. We have adults who think they're smart, thinking these people are smart and doing good things. Holy shit. That's kind of what's on my mind. I'm going to keep this short. You know, I'm going to stay true to myself, which is I'll make the videos really when I want to. I am not going to fall into this idea that I'm obligated to make these videos for anyone, even myself. Is it still down here? I will show you this. I recently took some records to trade, including that Taylor Swift. I got rid of that piece of shit. That's what it is for me. She's not shit. Her art is not for me. So it sounds like plastic. It doesn't. I know it's real, but it doesn't sound real to me. Okay, that whole Taylor Swift new country shit. Horrid. I traded that and some other things, and the main thing I got in my trade was this. Tommy Bolin, Energy. So these recordings finally got released. I got to see this band, Tommy Bolin and Energy. We played at my high school for a sock hop. There was no dancing. These guys were badass. They played this music on this album, which is a mixture of funk, R&B, and progressive rock, jazzy, red vinyl. So I was really happy to pick this up, and this is really good. It's it's actually pretty well recorded. It was recorded in between. It's like these weren't actual sessions paid for, I understand, but they came out. It sounds great. The other thing I want to say is I remember those shoes. I was just a kid, maybe 15 or 16. I did get to hang out with Tommy on the break. He was very nice to me, because his guitar playing blew me away. His clothing, the whole band's clothes, they were rock stars. They had rock star clothes on and these stacked shoes, which I was completely entranced by. They were great. I remember that. I remember them very well. So that's a recent pickup of mine. I will share that with you. The other thing I'll share with you is there's lots of stuff coming up. I just released a new digital album. I'm working on making some CDs of it, okay? A limited run of 100. I'm so happy with this. We'll be hearing about that real soon, I hope. There's a smile.